Honorable Prime Cabinet Secretary, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, university authorities, my seniors, I'm an alumni of Nairobi University, and I remember coming to IDIS in the very old days for lengthy conversations with Professor Makumi Mwagiru. Then he was the director, and we had very wonderful experiences, exchanges coming from Parklands to main campus and back, avoiding the demonstrations we usually found on the roads. I'm French by descent, Venezuelan by birth, and Kenyan by choice. My grandmother was from here, having lived most of my life in Kenya. And now I have the great responsibility and honor of being at the Commonwealth, where I also have some of my seniors here, like Josephine Ojambo, who was the Deputy Secretary General some years ago, and did a great job there. The Prime Cabinet Secretary asked me to say something for very few minutes, and then the PS put me on the spot here. And it's very dangerous to give a lawyer a willing audience and a microphone, because we could be here for the whole day. But I just want to say something very simple to encourage each and every diplomat and student of diplomacy here in this room, and also the ambassadors and high commissioners present. Kenya is a jewel, and sometimes when we are in the country, we lose that perspective, and we become so critical about ourselves. Kenyans on Twitter can destroy anything, and I did so in the past. But once I left the country and I was called to this high office, I discovered what a jewel we have in our hands. And I keep on discovering this every day. In the last few years, the Commonwealth, which is an amazing organization doing incredible cooperation with 56 countries which are equal. No one is bigger than the other. The UK has the same power as Nauru with 11,000 people. And India with 1.4 billion has the same power as Kenya, Nigeria, or Eswatini. It's amazing. And actually, we owe the existence of the Commonwealth Secretariat to three great African statesmen. Julius Nyerere from Tanzania, Kwame Nkrumah from Ghana, and Kenneth Kaunda from Zambia, who went to London to tell the UK government, we are leaving the Commonwealth. Why are you leaving? Because we do not agree to be part of an organization after we struggle for independence, which is based in the Foreign Office. And there was huge panic in London, and the Queen, Elizabeth II, with incredible foresight, agreed to give up a palace, which was her palace, Marlborough House, as the headquarters of the Commonwealth, leaving the Foreign Office and becoming an independent intergovernmental organization where the colonizer was sitting together with the former colonies at the same level, discussing the same things, and actually it gave the platform. The countries of Africa especially wanted to fight apartheid, and it was an incredible success. And with that same collaboration and cooperation, well, we continue advancing the agenda of the developed world, the global south, for the benefit of everyone, developed and developing. There are incredible things happening, but I want just to say one thing. We have started something called Marlborough House Dialogues. These Marlborough House Dialogues are not announced in the press in big ways, but they are quiet conversations between countries undergoing difficult transitions and the possibility of implosion. And in the last few years, we have avoided 6 or 7 implosions or civil wars thanks to these dialogues. And how these dialogues began? Thanks to Kenya. When we were approaching 2021 and the environment for elections was becoming very tense and very heated, we invited President Ruto and the opposition leader, well, then former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, to dialogue in Marlborough House. And they committed themselves with their teams to accept the results of elections and to go to court if there was a dispute. And the environment and the tensions in Kenya really lowered, and this is what happened. And whenever we find a country in a situation of disruption, tension, and possible implosion, we tell them, look at Kenya. How Kenya went through a democratic transition from government to opposition several times in peaceful times. And it's amazing. Countries look at us. There are very many success stories that we could mention in Africa. Recently in Botswana, for example, they had a very peaceful election, peaceful transition. No one believed what had happened could happen. And again, we told them, look at Kenya, it's possible, and it happens. Kenya is such a light in East Africa, we cannot afford to lose it or destroy it. And as Cicero used to say, the wise are instructed by reason, ordinary minds by experience, the stupid by necessity, brutes by instincts. Kenya, in its diplomatic policy, has been guided by wisdom, and we hope it continues to be so. And I'm sure it will be so because there is so much talent, and so much talent in this room. This will be the case with the help of all our international partners and with the help of the amazing talents we find in the government of Kenya, in opposition, in academia, in civil society, everywhere where you look at Kenya, you see talent. And this is why they do so well in international organizations and in the interviews. They accuse some of us of filling them up with Kenyans. Well, education has done a great job, and they really outshine the other countries. In the Commonwealth, we have that bias because Kenya does so well. And in many ways, it's thanks to you all in academia and in government. And we cannot guarantee success, but with people like the PCS, Monica Juma, all the friends, all the professors, all the people in government who are trying their best, the diplomats, and all those who have passed and crossed this path, and our partners, the ambassadors, high commissioners, we will make it possible. We cannot guarantee success, but we guarantee failure by giving up. Giving up is not an option. Thank you very much.